grazie, that's very nice of you to say, and thank you for the offer, but I'm really not looking to come to Italy at this point in my career. Okay, ciao. Hello? Hola, España! Yes, no, it is true, I am looking to leave Berlin at the end of this current season, but I'll also be looking to leave Europe. Okay, adios. Well, I guess it's nice to be wanted. Hello. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 25 of the Baseball Journeyman at the Berlin Flamingos, and today it is the final game of the first phase of the Bundesliga playoffs. We are playing the Buchbinder Legionnaire. I should be Legionnaires, I think there's more than one of them. I'm going to guess there's probably at least 9 or 10 of them. Whilst the Untouchables are playing the Mainz Athletics. Now, there is obviously a scenario where we lose, the Untouchables win, 3 teams are equal on 2 games each. I don't know what the tiebreaker is. I've looked for the league tiebreaker. It doesn't say there is one. My assumption, and surely it makes sense, is that it would be regular season record, in which case it would be ourselves and the Legionnaires that would go through. But that's just an assumption. So, yeah, it really is a must-win game just to make sure we are getting through. And then if we can play the Untouchables again, of course, we gave them a little bit of a touch-up last time, didn't we? We played them. It was just the 29-3. If you did miss the score last time out we played them. So hopefully, we wouldn't mind playing them again, although the Legionnaires did defeat the Mainz Athletics 16-3. So they are obviously no Muppets, although they did lose to the Untouchables. So it's all to play for. Let's check these lineups. And this is it. It's mostly the same team for us. So Drew Campbell leads us off at left field. It's Leo Burra batting second at second. Ian Post batting third in right field. It's Kai Kabina cleaning up at first base. It's Friedendorfer batting 5 at third base. It's Mills Jr., the catcher, batting 6. Luca Helber, the shortstop, batting 7. The one change to the lineup is David Riescheks comes in to be designated hitter. He bats at 8. It's Marcel Vockel at 9. He's in center field. And the Hoff, Tyler Benninghoff, takes the mound for us. We're up against Karl Wenzel. I had a science teacher called Mr. Wenzel, and he is ERA this season of 2.5, whip of just over 1, ERA plus of 2.06, a WAR of only 0.5. So that would suggest that his other numbers are maybe a little bit too complimentary for him, but he's clearly had a good season. Let's hope that ends today. But I think certainly numbers-wise, it's as close as we've had to somebody sort of on Hoff's level that we've seen, really, isn't it? So it's going to be Campbell to lead us off, batting .455 so far this postseason. And it's 2-2. Let's see if we can get the better of him early on. No, Drew Campbell leads us off with a strikeout. In comes Leo Burra, batting .643 in the postseason. Now, obviously, our demolition of the Untouchables is going to help with these batting averages, and Leo Burra has himself an infield hit. A 1-out single for our second baseman. In comes Ian Post, batting .500 in the postseason. Let's see what the Post can do. Ian Post slaps it to shortstop. It gets past shortstop. Is it an error? I think it's a hit. It is a hit. So Ian Post, we go back-to-back with the singles, and Kai Kabina batting no fewer than .714 this postseason, with runners at first and second and a chance to give us the lead here. He holds off ball 4, loads the bases with 1 out, and in it comes Friedendorfer batting .400 this post, and hit a grand slam last game, and this time he slaps it into center field. That's going to score 1. Is it going to bring Posts across as well? No. It's an RBI single. We do take a first innings lead. It's still loaded bases. It's Byron Mills Jr. only batting .167 this postseason. Be a good time to improve that. He can't. And that is 2 away for Luca Helber. Now he is batting .333 in the postseason. 2-2 is the count. Helber with loaded bases pops it up into left field. That'll do it. Yeah, it's not going to get out. That'll do it for the first. Just the 1 run. Maybe a missed opportunity there. But we go to work now with Castillo in at the plate. It's his. He's 0 for 6 so far this postseason. The Hoff's going to get to work. And let's see what the Hoff can do for us. Come on, Hoffy boy. That is popped up. Vockel is there. Should be a simple catch in center field. And that's 1 away. Excellent stuff. In it comes Marinette. He is batting .182 so far this postseason. 1-1's the count on him. Hoff. That is well hit into right field. Poster's there. He's going to get it off the fence. It's going to be at least a double. And the Legionnaires have themselves a man at second with 1 out, which is obviously not ideal. In comes Ruiz, batting 600 this postseason. Let's see what the Hoff can do with him. Full count. That is smashed into left field, and it is going to leave, and the Hoff has given up a 2-run home run. The Legionnaires take the lead, 376 feet over left field. And we might have a game on our hands here. Redl comes in now. He is batting 182 this postseason. 1-2 is the count on him. What can the Hoff do with him? Gets the strikeout, 2 away. In comes Wittmann. He is batting 556 this postseason. 1-1's the count on Wittmann. Come on, Hoff. Oh, it's up the middle. It's a 2-out single. More base runners. Just, I think, more base runners than Hoff's given up all season, isn't it? Unbelievable. Is the Hoff going to have a bad day when we can least afford it? Iberle comes up, batting 286 in the postseason. 1-1's the count. 2-out, runner at first. That has been popped up. That should be caught out there by Drew Campbell. It is, and that ends the first, but we've given up 2 thanks to a home run by the Legionnaires. And it is going to be Reichertz, the designated hitter. He's first at bat this postseason to lead us off. 0-2 is the count, and Reichertz swings through strike 3. Vockel comes in now, batting 556. I'm beginning to wonder, the reason I didn't designate hit the backup catcher Asher is just in case something happens to Mills Jr. to make sure that we do have a catcher to be able to come in defensively. But we're 2 out. Drew Campbell, who's 0 for 1 today, comes in. Full count. Is he going to get another walk? No, he's going to hit it to first base, and that'll do it for the second. But having seen the way that Mills Jr. is batting, I'm beginning to think maybe we might need to... He might need to be on the bench, and we might need to start Asher, because he's in decent form. Mills Jr. sort of has the history as Hoff gets things underway with a strikeout of their leadoff man. Wolf comes in now. He is batting 429 so far this season. 0-1 is the count. That should be easy for Friedendorf. A diving stop over to first. It's a terrible throw. Kabina can't reel it in. And what should have been 2 out, no one on, is 1 out, runner at second. Stilzelback comes up now, batting 500 in the postseason. Full count on him. Come on, Hoff. Hoff gets the strikeout. Excellent, excellent stuff. That's 2 away now. This should have been innings over. Can we get Castillo and not pay a price? 0 for 1 is the leadoff man. 0 for 2 is the leadoff man. Hoff does indeed get the strikeout. We don't pay a price for the Friedendorfer error, and we go back into the bat with Leo Burra to lead us off. He is 1 for 1 today. Infield hit, of course, last time. This time around, that's a little bit better. That's going to skip to the fence. Leo Burra is going to have himself at least a double. Centre fielder gets it in, and Burra will stand up at second. And let's see if Ian Post can tie this ball game up for us. He's 1 for 1. He got an infield hit, of course, last time as well. Post swings at strike 3. It gets away from the catcher. Burra goes to third and Post is at first. All right. We've maybe got away with one a little bit there. In comes Kai Kabina now. He is, he walked last time up, didn't he? 0-2 is the count. Kai Kabina strikes out this time. That's 1 away. Still runners at the corners for Friedendorfer. He got the RBI last time up. We're looking for the steal with Post. Is he going to get there? Yes, he is. And a big chance now for Friedendorfer to give us the lead. Come on, mate. 2-2. Friedendorfer. It's a swinging... Oh, it's going to score a run. It ties it up. Burra comes across the plate. It's an RBI for Friedendorfer, and it's Byron Mills Jr. now, who's only batting 143 with a chance to give us a lead. Byron Mills Jr. No, he is just completely out of form, isn't he? But we do tie it up in the top of the third. Let's see what Hoff can do in the bottom of the innings. Marinette, who is 1 for 1 today. 1-2 is the count. Come on, Hoff. Sitting down. There it is. All right. That's good. A 5th strikeout for the Hoff already. Ruiz, who of course hit the home run last time up. 3-1's the count on him. Hoff walks him. Well, at least the ball's still in the stadium. I guess that's something, isn't it? Redl comes in now. He's 0 for 1 today. Runner at first. 1 out. First pitch swing. Redl pops it up. Friedendorfer's going back. Friedendorfer makes the play. The runner gets back to first. That's 2 away. Wittmann now, who had a hit last time up as well. 1-1's the count on him. That is popped up. Drew Campbell's there. This should end the third. It does. And we're tied at 3. No, we're not. We're tied at 2 going into the 4th. Wenzel to continue to Helber, who's 0 for 1. What can our shortstop do? 1-0 is the count. Helber grounds at the second base, and that is going to be 1 away. Reichert comes in now. Second at bat of the postseason. Full count on him. Reichert strikes out again. And that is Vockel in now. 0 for 1 he is today. What can the centre fielder do? First pitch swing. Vockel up the middle. Marcel Vockel gets himself on base with a 2-out single. And let's see if Drew Campbell can get something going here for us now. He is 0 for 2 today. Come on, Drew. Drew Campbell draws a walk because that's just what he does. That's 2-1 now for Leo Burra, who's 2 for 2. Come on, Leo. Full count. 2 out. 2 on. Come on, Leo. He draws a walk, and it's the Postmeister, Ian Post. Loaded bases. 2 out. Come on, Posty. Another full count. Ian Post. Oh, he strikes out. We leave the bases loaded. And Benninghoff comes back out to face Eberle. He is 0 for 1 today. 0-1 is the count. Up the middle, it's a leadoff single for the Legionnaires. For the Buchbinders. And it is William Volz. There's a good German name for you. He's 0 for 1 today. Full count. He swings through strike 3. And can we get the runner at second? No, we cannot. So, man at second. It's Wolf. We'll just go with Benedict. Well, we'll just go with Wolf. He's 0 for 1 today. 2-2. Hoff gets a strikeout. That's 2 away. Still with that man at second. 7 strikeouts for Benninghoff now. Stitzelbach comes in. He's 0 for 1. 1-2's the count. Come on, let's end this, Hoff. End this innings. There it is. Hoffmeister. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. How many strikeouts does that? Is that 9 or 10 now? What was the record that we got set last game with Gomez? Anyway, new pitcher comes in. This could be a break for us. It's Kai Kabina to lead us off. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk as well, I think. 1-2 is the count. This guy's an ERA of 1.72. They have a good pitching staff, don't they? And that is popped up. And that is going to be 1 away to start the the top of the 5th even. Friedendorfer comes in now. He is 1 for 2 today. 3-1 is the count. Come on, Friedendorfer. He has grounded at the third base. That's going to be 2 away. And it's going to be Mills Jr. now, who doesn't look like he knows what a bat is. Full count, 2 out, no one on. And another strikeout for Byron Mills Jr. Can we pinch hit him, please, Mr. Manager? Let's get Asher in. Benninghoff to continue now to Castillo, who is 0 for 2. A first pitch swing, Castillo. And the rain begins to fall. Maybe not the best time to be pitching, actually. Come on, Hoff. 1-2 is the count. Hopefully that ball's not too greasy. Gets another strikeout. Excellent stuff. That is 9 strikeouts now for Hoff. Marinette comes back in. He's 1 for 2 today. 1-2's the count. 1 out, no one on. And that's another strikeout for Hoff. Make that a nice even 10 now. And Ruiz comes in. He's 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk. 0-2's the count. Sit him down, Hoff. No, well, he's going to sit him down as long as we don't make an error on the throw. We do not, and that'll end at the 5th. Still tied at 2. It is a game that we have to win to make sure we are definitely, no matter what happens with weird rules, are getting into the second round, the final playoff round, the championship round, and it's a lead-off walk there for Helber. Reichert comes in. He's 0 for 2. Full count. Reichert, he draws a walk. 2 on, no one out. In comes Marcel Vockel, who is 1 for 2 today. 1-1's the count. Marcel Vockel gets it down the third base line. It skips past the third baseman. Is it going to score a run? It is. Marcel Vockel with an RBI stubble gives us a 3-2 lead. Runners at second and third. No one out. And Drew Campbell to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. 3-1's the count. Drew Campbell gets it into left field. That's going to score 1. Is that going to score 2? It is not, but we double our advantage. We are now 4-2 up on the Campbell RBI single. Still no one out. Runners at the corners. Leo Burra, who is 2 for 2. First pitch swing by Leo. And the rain has become heavy, and this is a rain delay. How long is the rain delay? 29 minutes. Leo Burra comes back in. 2-2's the count. Still with runners at the corners, and Leo Burra strikes out. The world's longest at bat there. Would have lasted over half an hour. Ian Post comes in now. He is 1 for 3 today. 1 out. Runners at the corners. Full count, and Post draws a walk. And it is loaded bases for Kai Kabina, who is 0 for 2 today. Come on, Kai. 1-2's the count. Kabina strikes out. That's 2 away. And it's Friedendorfer. This is the 3rd time we've had loaded bases. Are we going to muff it up again? It's a full count. Come on, Friedy. Come on, mates. He draws a walk. Run comes across the plate. That's now 3 in the innings. We still have loaded bases. It's another new pitcher. It's Byron Mills Jr., who hasn't looked like he knows what to do up there. Hit the white thing, mate. 2-1's the count. 2 out, loaded bases. Mills Jr., there we go. That's the Byron Mills we know and love. Rips it down the right field line. That's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. Is it going to clear the bases? No, it is not. But a 2 RBI double for Byron Mills Jr. Suddenly, it is 7-2. And, well, it's all looking very, very good to be going to this championship round. Helber comes in. He's 0 for 2 today. 3-1's the count. He draws a walk, reloads the bases with 2 outs. And it's Reichert who has looked absolutely hopeless today. But a chance for redemption here, David. Come on. 0-1 is the count. Reichert gets it down the first base line. Yes, he does. That's going to score 1. It should score at least another one. It's going to be a 2 RBI double for Reichert. Are we going? It's going for a triple. No, but it's a basing clearing double for Reichert. A 3 RBI hit. It is now 10-2. 8 runs across the innings in the 6th. 8 runs across the plate in the 6th innings even. And it's Vockel with a runner at second. 2 out. He's 2 for 3 today. And Marcel Vockel will end the innings with that ground ball to second base. But a wonderful, wonderful innings for the Flamingos. We are 10-2 up. And it's the Hoff to continue to Redl, who is 0 for 2 today. And Hoff, well, he doesn't give up this sort of a lead, does he? There's another strikeout for the Hoff. 11 now for the game. Wittmann comes in. He's 1 for 2 today. A full count on him. 1 out, no one on. That is grounded to first base. It's a bit of an error there by Cabina, and that will be a base runner. Our second error of the game. Iberle comes up now with a runner at first. 2 is the count. Make that 1-3. Have a seat, please, Iberle. 12th strikeout for the Hoff. 2 out with that runner at first. William Voltz comes in. He's 0 for 2. Full count. 2 out. Runner at first. Come on, Hoff. Another strikeout. He is just too good for this league, isn't he? A 13th strikeout of the game. And we come back in on the 7th. Drew Campbell, who is 1 for 3 today. A full count. Is he going to draw a walk? Of course he is. That's what he does. Campbell's at first. Burra, who is 2 for 3. He's at the plate. First pitch swing. That is going to be just the 1. But what's his face? Campbell will get to second on the play. And Post comes in now. 1 for 3 today. Not the best performance from Post so far. That's been well hit down to third base. And he's going to beat that out for another. His second infield hit of the game, I think, that one, isn't it? It's going to get Campbell to third. So 1 out, runners at the corners. Kai Cabina, who is 0 for 3 today and not had a great time of things. And he's popped that up. Now, is that deep enough to get Drew Campbell home? He's tagged up. He's going for it. And it is going to be a sac fly for Cabina. 11-2. Still with Post at first. Friedendorfer with 2 out comes in. He's 1 for 3 today. Does have 3 RBIs. And that is going to... Oh, it's an error. The Legionnaires commit their first error of the game. Slippery ball, it looks like, thanks to the rain. And it's Byron Mills Jr. 1 for 4 today, but a wonderful hit last time up. Is that his resurgence? Oh, he's doing just enough to keep himself in the team now. That's a hit into left field. Is it going to score a run? We're coming around. We are going to score. It's an RBI single for Byron Mills. And that is 12-2. We have exploded into their bullpen, haven't we? It is Helber now who is 0-2 today. He draws a walk to load the bases for us yet again. And can we take advantage this time through Reichert, who's 1 for 3, but he, of course, cleared the bases last time he batted. What can he do this time? Reichert has done it again. Just took him a little bit of time to get up to speed with the playoffs, but he drives in another one. It's an RBI single. It's 13-2, and I think we can say now with confidence we are going to the championship round. It is Marcel Vockel who is 2 for 4 today. 2-2's the count. 2 out, loaded bases. Vockel strikes out. But we stretch, having scored 11 runs in the last 2 innings. No, 12 runs even. No, it is 11 runs. I was right the first time. And it's the Hoff to continue to Wolf, who's 0 for 2 today. Full count on the leadoff man. And he walks him. Hoff now to Stitzelbach. He's 0 for 2 today. 0-1 is the count. Stitzelbach, that could be an infield hit. It's a tough one for Friedendorfer. Doesn't bother with a throw. And suddenly there's 2 on, no one out. And Benninghoff to continue to Castillo, who's 0 for 3 today. 0-1 is the count. We could really use a double play here. It's popped up instead. Is it going to Vockel? It's over Vockel's head, and that is going to score some runs. 1 run crosses the plate. A second run crosses the plate. A 2 RBI double. It was Castillo for them, wasn't it? And it is 13-4. And Marinette now to face Benninghoff, who is 1 for 3. 1 and 2 is the count. That is up the middle, is it? Yes, it is, and that might score another run. When was the last time we saw Benninghoff give up 5 runs? Well, this is destroying his postseason ERA. It's now 13-5. Windermeyer comes on to face Ruiz, who is only 1 for 2, but he does have a home run in there. They're looking for the steal. They're going to get there as well. And yeah, just start to worry a little bit here. Come on, Windermeyer. Let's get a strikeout here. Come on, mate. 2 and 2's the count. Runner at second. No one out. It's been a disastrous bottom of the 7th so far. But that's a step in the right direction as Windermeyer gets a strikeout for 1 away. Redall comes in. He's 0 for 3 today. First pitch swing, looking to steal third. Can we nail him? No, we cannot. And that 6th run for them is just 90 feet away. Redall, 1 and 1. That is ripped into left field, and that's going to bring it back to 13-6. And is anybody else getting a little bit concerned at this point? Our bullpen is not as bad as it has been in the past. We have a really good bullpen, as a matter of fact. Certainly by German standards. But with a runner at second, 1 out, Wittmann at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. 1 and 0 is the count. Windermeyer, that's up the middle again. That might score another one. It is going to. It's 13-7. And I'm officially panicking. Still only 1 away. The 7th innings has been an absolute disaster for us. It's a Burley up again. He's 1 for 3. 2 and 2's the count. Can Windermeyer get a strikeout? He's just as good. It's a pop-up. It should be caught there by No, it's not Helbo. It's, who's at second base? Brewer, isn't it? That's 2 away. And can we end this horrible innings as William Waltz comes in? He has grounded that to Brewer. That should end it. And, well, it was scrappy. It was messy. But we still have a 6-run lead. And you'd still back us to hold on from here. But it's not as comfortable as it perhaps once was. Although if we'd been 6 runs up and they hadn't just scored, if it was 6-0, we'd still feel very comfortable, wouldn't we? It's Drew Campbell to lead us off. That is over first base. And that is a lead-off single for Drew. And can we just start and pad this lead back out again, I wonder? Leo Burra comes in. 2 for 4 he is today. First pitch swing. Burra gets it up the middle. That is going to just move the runners on 1 base, I would think. Yes, Campbell does stop at second. And with no one out, there's runners at first and second for Post, who is 2 for 4 today. A full count. Ian Post watches strike 3, not for the first time today either. And it's Kai Kabina, who is 0 for 3 today. 1 that owes the count. We're looking for the double steal. Can we get there? We can. Drew Campbell is a good base runner. And that eliminates the double play. Runners at second and third now. Kai Kabina, any sort of hit, mate? Are they going to load the bases for us again? They are. And it's going to be Friedendorfer again with loaded bases. Only 1 for 4 today, but can he drive in some runs? 2 and 2's the count. Come on, Friedy. Oh, Friedendorfer. Has he hit a second grand slam of the postseason? He has! Friedendorfer seals the tie, 17-7, with a second grand slam of the postseason. Peter Friedendorfer, take a bow, mate. 438 feet over left centre field fence. And there you go. Sit down, the Buchbinder. Sit down, you're drunk. Alright, it is Byron Mills Jr. coming back up. 1 out, bases empty, thanks to Friedendorfer. 1 and 0 is the count, and Mills Jr. gets himself another hit. Well, there we go. What were we worried about? 17-7. Mills Jr. at first. He looks like he knows what he's doing at the plate again. Helber comes in, who's 0 for 2 today. What can he do? The shortstop, first pitch swing. He has hit into a double play, and that'll end the innings. Well, there we go. You don't want to get too excited, but a Peter Friedendorfer home run, not even a home run, a grand slam, has made this look comfortable for us again. Windermeyer to Wolf, who is 0 for 2 today. 2 and 2's the count. Surely we've broken their spirits now. And there it is, another strikeout for the pitching staff of the Flamingos. In comes Stitchelbach now. He's 1 for 3 today. 2 and 2's the count on him. 1 out, no one on. Another strikeout. Windermeyer's warmed up now, isn't he? 2 out, no one on. And it is Castillo, who is 1 for 4. He hit that 2 RBI single or double, whatever it was last time up. This time up, he goes down on strikes. That ends the 8th. We are 3 outs away from guaranteeing ourselves a spot in the championship playoff series. It's Reichert leading us off. He's 2 for 4 today with 4 RBIs. After 2 strikeouts to start with, he has had a wonderful, wonderful day. Him and Byron Mills Jr., I thought I'd made 2 horrible selection errors there, but after 2 slow starts, sort of 2 what am I trying to say? They stuffed up the first 2 times around, and after that they've been immense for us. Alright, Drew Campbell now, who's 2 for 4 today. Full count, runners at second and first, and that could be a double play. No, they've thrown it away, it's an error. It doesn't cost them a run, but it does load the bases yet again. And this time we have no one out. Leo Burra at the plate, who's 3 for 5, and full count, and Leo Burra holds off ball 4, and that drags in a 18th run of the game for the Flamingos. Ian Post now with loaded bases. Can he get himself a grand slam? It's a full count. Posty. Oh dear. Just the one. But it does score a run. Runners at the corners for Kai Kabina. Now, can he get himself on base? If he can get a walk, and Friedendorfer could have a chance for a second grand slam. That's not going to happen, though, as he strikes out. But Friedendorfer, look at this. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs this postseason. What can he do? 2 out, runners at the corners. Friedendorfer, has he done it again? I think he's done. No, has he? He has. He's done it again. Friedendorfer, back-to-back home runs. What a performance this has been. 386 feet over right field fence this time. He can hit him anywhere. And that is 18 RBIs now this postseason for Peter Friedendorfer. 3 home runs. It's 22-7. And who saw this coming when we were struggling to get anything from them up in the first 5 innings? Byron Mills Jr. now comes in. 0-2 is the count. He goes down on strikes to end the 9th. But a stunning last 4 innings for the Flamingos has seen us blow the lead out 22-7. And Marinette now to lead off the Buchbinders' surely last innings of the postseason, assuming the Untouchables get the result against the Mainz Athletics. And he does lead them off with an infield hit. It's Fuentes coming in now, the closer to... Well, I think he should be able to close this out. But he's going to face Ruiz first up. 0-2 is the count. Ruiz may have got a home run in the first. He's done nothing since. And that is 1 away. Fuentes now to Reddle. 2-2 is the count. Fuentes with another strikeout. We haven't seen much of Fuentes this year. But as far as closers go, he's the money in this league, isn't he? Just a really good pitcher. Alright, they're down to their final out. It's Paul Wittman. He's 2 for 4 today. He's one of their better hitters. That's been popped up. Drew Campbell's there. Boys, we are going to the championship games. So Peter Friedendorfer breaks his record from the previous game. 10 RBIs, 2 home runs, including a grand slam. He is absolutely proving to be just a different class, isn't he? Wonderful stuff from Friedendorfer. And if we go and have a quick look at what this means for the playoff situation, the Untouchables lost to the Mainz Athletics, so it does come down then. They obviously got those 3 teams were tied at 1 game, and so it does come down to regular season records. So it's going to be the Buchbinder Legionnaires in the playoff round to be crowned champions of Germany. And having seen what we've just done to them, you've got to say we would be every chance of that, wouldn't we? So we'll be back next time for Game 1 of a 3-game series against them. The question is, do we go with Benninghoff again, or do we rest him? And maybe go with Gomez, who's proven himself to be quite good as well. We'll maybe wait and see on that one. But that is going to be next episode, guys. Game 1 of the championship series against the Buchbinder Legionnaires. Let me know what you think in the comments. Surely we've got to be favourites for that, though. We've absolutely destroyed every team in the postseason so far. Let's hope we've got 2 more wins in us. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.